What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the value ladder. I promise this won't be a long one, but it's super, super important to understand because there's a lot of reasons why we feel like we hit this ceiling and we can't get past a certain point in life. We can't get past the salary. We can't get past a certain type of social status or relationship goal. We always hit this ceiling. And if you understand what's called the value ladder, I didn't make this thing up. I learned it from one of my coaches. But if you understand the value ladder, you can at least understand why you are where you are at, what place you're at in this on this ladder, what rung you're at, and then you can understand, okay, how do I proceed and get up to the next level and the next level and the next level. So first and foremost, I want to lead you to that you guys know, if you're liking this type of content, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring the notification bell so you can get updated with any videos like this. And let's get right into it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen over here. Bear with me. And reason why I want to do this is because I definitely want to make sure that I draw this out for you so that you understand why this is so important. Okay. So the value ladder looks something like this. It's very simple. Just think of almost like not even a ladder, almost like stair steps, right? And boom. Okay. Each one of these equals more money. So it's less money down here. All right. So if we add to draw some lines here to kind of separate them. All right. And like that. Okay. So less money down here, more money here, a lot more money, significantly more money here, and then a whole lot more money way up here. Okay. So if we can understand this basic principle that on the lower rung of the value ladder, you're making less money. On the higher rung, you're making more generally. Okay. All right. So let's identify the roles of what's on these value ladders. So here is someone we call integrator. All right, integrator. Okay, the person who's an integrator. All right, when you think about the integrator, most people in the workforce find themselves in smack dab in the middle of the integrator process. The integrator process is where you do a lot of the work, a lot of the implementation of whatever that company structure or whatever you're at in life is presenting with. So, for example, in McDonald's, the people who are actually flipping the burgers, putting the fries in the hot grease, taking the cash, right? Those are integrators, taking out the trash, cleaning them up. That's the integrator. Okay. You might have your own business, right? Your own small business where you're doing everything. You're the integrator. Just know nothing wrong with it, not talking bad about it, but you have to understand that because you're an integrator, your resources, the money that you can make from being an integrator is capped. How is it capped? It's capped by whatever that company or that establishment has placed upon you. You have no, and when you go to McDonald's and you want to apply for that job, they're going to tell you how much they're willing to pay you for that job. Why? Because an integrator is typically someone that they're in a pool of people where they can find other people to replace you with. Okay. You're typically that skill is not so high level or so not such a unique skill that it causes them to have to pay an exorbitant amount of money for your services. So as an integrator, you can have a low level integrator, you can have high level integrators, you can have people that are doing things that are super, super significant and important as an integrator, but because there's a large pool of people that they can find to fill that spot, this thing is you're probably going to find that this integrator spot is going to probably pay you somewhere between 30K to maybe a high level integrator. You might pay up to 75K. Okay. Oops. 75K. Can't write today. All right. Now, all right. This level right here, I know it's not a real word, unificator. All right. They're going to unify the workforce. They're going to look at all the integrators and they're going to say, we need to unify these people, AKA managers, right? So this unificator position is a level on this rung, but keep in mind, a lot of the unificators, a lot of the people that can unify the integrators, they once were in the integration or the integrator pool, meaning that there is always an influx of more integrators coming into the fold, meaning that eventually some of them are going to rise to the top and be noticed as management type level, and they're going to fall into that unificator role. The role of that individual in the unification role is to create schedules, make sure that their deadlines are being met, right? Make sure that people are showing up to work on time, make sure that supplies are being restocked. The unificator, that role is super, super important, but that position is not so high up on the rung that it can't be replaced. That's why a lot of times you will see businesses, one of the first places that they start to let people go at is that role, because they can be replaced typically by someone that's in here. But the thing that what happens is that they get to this unificator role, this unification role, and now the salary typically goes up, and you're probably sitting at 45K. All right. Some of these unificators are going all the way up into 120, so maybe even 150, right? And some of these high level management. Now, some of you guys say, wow, that's a lot of money. I would take 120, 150. But guess what? Those roles, obviously, the higher you go, the more you're starting to branch off into this second role. Okay. So this one right here, this is like the sweet level that once you go over into this level, this is where you can start to really earn some money. So after you get past this level, now we're talking about the communicator. Okay. Communication is the most important skill out there. It's probably one of the skills that most people wish they had. Some people think they have, but sometimes there's a difference between communication and just talking, right? A good communicator is going to be able to communicate or convey their message, what they're thinking, and more importantly, what they're feeling to the listener, and therefore be able to persuade or sell. Communicators sell very well, sometimes in a way that they don't even know, be able to sell whatever they are pushing. Okay. So without the communicator, without the salesperson, if sales people did not exist, the world would stop, because there would be nothing to sell anybody that's purchasing some of the things that we know, like, and love. So someone has to communicate a message to a group of people to say, hey, we have this great widget, this great product. We need to unify some people and find some integrators to actually integrate this product. This level right here is where you're probably starting off in the hundreds. So I'll put down in the hundreds here. Okay, 100K, all the way up into the millions. Okay, you can do a lot of money being a great communicator / salesperson. Great communication or great sales doesn't feel like sales. It feels like a conversation. That's why I grouped communicators and sales in that same level. The last one up here is innovator. Okay. An innovator is someone that takes these big, heavy, high level ideas, is able to add their own spin on it, put their own mix into it, come up with something that maybe hasn't been done before, and then be able to give that message to a communicator. Says, hey, I have this idea. I don't know exactly how to word it, but this is what the idea is. This is what the overall feel of it. This is kind of what I want to happen. Here are some of the things that we're going to need, and here are the resources that you're going to need to be able to communicate this message. The communicator goes at and says, okay, let's put this thing into a nice, clean, clear package so that the world can consume it. The world can understand what you're coming from, and we can help out our customers. They then find the workforce and the unification for real field, and then the integrators as they come in. The innovators are up here. They're definitely in the millions. Okay. Millions plus up to billions. Okay. So think of the great innovators, the Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates, right? Some of these people that the Jeff Bezos, is the people that have built these huge, massive companies. They were innovators. But guess what? With Jeff Bezos, you know what he started selling? College books. He was an integrator. He started off here. So if you're starting off here, do not fret. Do not think that you can't make it up these different rungs of the value ladder. You just need to know where you're currently at so you can see where your potential is to go. So that's going to be the end for this one, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Stay tuned for so much more content. Make sure if you haven't done so far, go ahead and smash that like button and hit the notification bell. And also make sure that you share this video. See you guys on the next one. Peace.